afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today. My name is Max. I'm in charge of business development on Joom Marketplace. And today I'd like to introduce you our e-commerce cross-border marketplace and also to speculate on the peculiarities of the European and the Russian cross-border e-commerce markets. So let me share my screen and to start the presentation actually. Yeah. So as I've already mentioned, the Joom is the European cross-border marketplace. It's mostly mobile application, which was launched in 2016, and by now we have almost 400 million installs all over the world. So for sure there is a desktop, but 95% of transactions of the all sales comes from the mobile screen. So we are mostly mobile-oriented marketplace. So as for the company itself is Latvian, so European one, but for sure we have offices all around the world. Maybe one day there will be office in Delhi. The time will show. So, but I think what is more interesting for you is like, where can you sell on Joom? So you can sell to more than 100 countries, but as you may already have guessed, so the main countries, the main regions for us are Europe and Russia. Europe and Russia account for more than 95% of all the sales on Joom. And on the next slide, on the pie chart, you can see that Russia is 45% of us and Europe is around 50%. And remaining 5, all this Canada, United States, and Australia are only 5% for us. Why so? Firstly, because we are mostly, because we are a European company with the Russian soul, so we know what is going on here. So we have deeper understanding of the European and Russian markets, and also because in the coming 5 years, the Russian market, e-commerce market, is expected to grow 49% annually on average, and European Union market is expected to grow 25% yearly. For sure, it was boosted by the start of the COVID, but anyway, there is a huge perspective coming, and that's why we are focusing on those markets. So as for the customers, so we understand the market, right? So that is growing, but what do those customers need? What do European Union and Russian customers need from us, from the marketplace, from the sellers? So which products they want to buy and what makes them purchase this or that good? So in our platform, on our marketplace, we are basing on 4 main principles, 4 main needs of EU customer. The first one is good value for money. What they really need is buying something cheaper that they can't buy, something cheaper than on the local market, or they want to buy something niche, unique, something they really can't get on the local market. And another side is sociality and amusement. I would unite those 2 parts because both of them appeared due to COVID. So people really have lack of communication and they need some social networking, and that they also want it from the shopping. And another side is amusement. They just got bored. So they were sitting at home doing nothing. So they really didn't know what to do. And so shopping is also a part to solve this issue, right? And if the shopping is more amazing, even rather than the usual one, so that's even win-win for all of us. And the last part is speaking their local language. So customers, especially in Russia and CIS plus countries or in smaller countries in Europe, they really don't like using other languages while doing the purchase, doing the shopping. So they want the customers, they want us to speak their local language. So let me go deeper into details on each of those topics. So, and start with the good value for money. So as I already mentioned, there is products cheaper than on their local market or unique niche products. For sure, there is another part, which is products more expensive than on their local market. But in this case, it takes you much longer. It takes you a lot of time to prove that it's worth it, especially in cross-border. You need to prove that it's really much of better quality than on the local market. And that it's really worth it waiting for 2-3 weeks for it to be delivered from India, for example. But if you turn your side to the right side of the slide, so here are main recommendations from the Joom for the items which can be easily promoted on the Joom marketplace. Not the easily, so well promoted on the Joom marketplace. So the Joom marketplace is mostly focused on low income and middle income customers. So that's why, and at the same time, we are mobile app. So people like to come to the app and grab and buy something not that big, but and also not that expensive. So that's why we are looking forward to the items up to $30. So for sure, it depends on the category. It doesn't refer to electronics, for example. But at the same time, that seems like the average order value, not the order, average item price, which really can be easily sold. So at the same time, for the consumer goods, at the same time, there is a big layer of the goods which can be sold even more effectively. Those are the genie brands from India or products labeled made in India. So imagine the usual customer from France, and she wants to buy, let's say, facial mask. And so this facial mask, she can buy for 50 euro in the local store from France. But then she enters Joom and she sees that that's facial mask from India, and maybe it's even cheaper, like for 30 euro. And for her, it's a win-win because she buys not only the item, she buys only so-called amusement, because wow, that's from India. So for the customer from France, that's really unique, and so they will be more interested in it. And if the item is even cheaper than on the local market, that's a double win. Yeah, so in order to give you better insight of what can be well sold on Joom and in European and Russian market in particular, so we have that 66% of our audience are women. So there are I would say four main categories which can be well sold. Is women clothing and accessories, electronics, health and beauty, home and kitchen. So those are the biggest categories, and those the categories which are in a big demand on Joom. Yeah, and on the next slide, you can see 3 examples of the 3 absolutely different stores from different countries, from different categories. Those are the actual real stores on Joom. The first one is the fashion from China. The next one is the jewelry from Thailand. And on the right side, you can see the cosmetics from Korea. So you can see that those absolutely different categories, absolutely different quality from absolutely different countries, but all of them are well existing on the Joom platform. Yeah, so that was about good value for money. Let's move to another slide, another part, which is sociality. So what do we mean under sociality? What do we understand under it? As social networking. So we help people communicate within the shopping app. So within Joom Marketplace, we have the social network inside the app. And they can follow, like, share, repost or comment on different products, discuss them inside the application. And what is more interesting, it's not only good for the customers, it's also good for the sellers, because we have the bloggers exchange system inside those social network. You can send the item sample to the professional blogger absolutely for free, and this professional blogger will make the review, the first review on the platform and also in the social network. And I think how hard it is to get the first review. Here on Joom, you can easily get it from professional for free. And at the same time, we are amusing customers with the live streams. You know that this trend was popular in Europe, in Asia, became popular in Asia 2 years ago, and now it's coming to Europe. So we are keeping the trend with the trends. And so next one is amusement. So it's kind of related to sociality also. And again, it's not only about the customer, it's also about the sellers. So we are organizing giveaways, interesting facts, some festivals, but all of this aims to sell. So Europe, they don't like direct advertising. They don't like when we say, look, we have, I don't know, perfect, let's say, perfect BB cream for you. So they say they like when the marketing, the advertising is behind the lines. So that's why we are doing giveaways, and by doing giveaway, we are promoting the item. We are showing them interest facts about the countries, about the products. So, and also giving them discount coupons or something like this. And also organizing the Thailand week, Korean week, British week, Chinese festival. So we can also have the Indian festival soon. So that's all how we interact with the audience, and also it's win-win for both sides. Yeah, and the last part, which is localization, it's usually being, I think, let's say, hidden from the eyes, but I think this is also one of the most important parts, principles. So we are doing our customer support team speaks more than 20 languages, and they are ready to give professional support to the customer in every single region of Europe or Russia or CIS plus countries on the local language. And by doing this, we're not only giving them better customer service, so we are saving the time for the sellers to manage the sales, to think about sales growth, and to fulfilling the orders. That's actually winning time for you. Yeah, and now we have kind of understanding about what is Joom, what does European customers need, and actually, I think the most relevant issue then, like, what are the Joom terms? So what do we what are the terms of working with Joom? So we have the commission from 5 to 15% based on the category which you sell. We make the payout every 14 days to the Payoneer account, actually the host of this conference. And we have the requirement for 5 days fulfillment, which doesn't mean that you need to deliver the item from India within 5 days. You need to pack and ship within 5 days, and the item should be delivered within 60 days. So this is more than enough, I think, for shipping from India, because usually, even with India Post, it's being delivered within 2-3 weeks. And especially for the sellers from India, we are ready to provide featured service, featured some extra bonuses for to help you start selling faster and easier. So we have every new client, every new merchant will get the success manager, personal success manager, who will help him, who will help you on board on the platform, understand what is better to do for the sales growth, and also actually solve any issues which may happen on your side. Another part is customer service. So as I already mentioned, we are doing the customer support, so you don't need to worry about it. And the last part is marketing. We are ready to help you with initial marketing. So I know that this is a big budget, the big budget required in order to start selling on some marketplaces. But we are ready to help you with the initial marketing absolutely for free. So you just pay for like the commission for the sales, and that's it. So, but we are in charge of marketing. We can help you with getting the first reviews, getting the first promotion, so impressions, and so on and so forth. But if it goes well, then we proceed even without even later. We help you with the marketing. So yeah, it seems like that's all I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much for your time and attention. We are looking forward to more and more sellers from India. I think that's a very interesting market, and the items, the goods will be really interesting for European and Russian customers. Feel free to contact us. Here is the QR code for open registration, or you can contact us directly, our onboarding manager, Regina, by email or WhatsApp or line. So any channel of communication you like. And join us today to reach millions of customers. Thank you very much. It was Max from Joom.